Hello, Chef Khalid Johnston of Plein, Sous restaurant in New York, 85 Chambers, West Broadway. Today we're going to be making one of our menu items for our Prefix menu for 2013 New Year's Eve. It's a root vegetable gratin. We'll start with some of the vegetables. Have russet potatoes and parsnips, peeled. The cheeses we'll be using will be Parmesan, Roquefort, blue cheese, American shaved cheddar, and mozzarella. We're using heavy cream and coconut milk. The herbs we'll be using will be thyme, tarragon, parsley, dill, and chives. Also be using powders: mustard powder, garlic powder, onion powder, white pepper, cayenne, paprika, peppercorn, and of course salt and pepper. The tools you'll need for this project will be a large mixing bowl, a hotel pan with water, a vegetable peeler, a mandolin, a high temperature spatula, and a slotted spoon, in addition to your steel and your knife, as well as your cutting board. What we'll do first is peel and slice our root vegetables, and that's how we'll start. So the root vegetables, the potatoes and the parsnips. What you want to do is take your mandolin, have your hotel pan with water already prepared. This will stop the oxidation on the potatoes so they won't turn brown. So what we want to do is take your potato, set your mandolin, and just shave it. If you're using a plastic mandolin like this one and not a stainless steel with the handle, be careful of your fingers and your hand. You want to palm the product like this. Palm the product and just run it across the blade. This is the potato. A little parsnip. Take your parsnip. Same size. Everything will come out the same size. And the reason you want everything the same size is for even cooking. And this is your parsnip. Okay, this is an intermediate skill level recipe, which means you just have to make sure that your herbs are clean, picked, and cut properly, as well as your root vegetables peeled and sliced properly. What we did, sliced up all of the parsnips and the potatoes on the mandolin so everything is even and everything will cook evenly. And we want to begin the process of mixing the product together to get them prepared to go in the hotel pan to bake. So what we'll do is start off with our root vegetables. We'll put them into a big mixing bowl. And you want to get out all the product because it took a long time to do this. So you want to use everything. Okay, so we'll start off with our herbs and spices. So we'll throw in some thyme. So a quarter cup of thyme. A half a cup of tarragon, chopped fine. A half a cup of fresh parsley. A half a cup of dill. 1 cup of chives. We're going with our mustard powder. This is 2 tablespoons of mustard powder. We're going to add about 2 tablespoons of onion powder. So we'll go with the onion powder, 2 tablespoons. White pepper, 2 tablespoons. Cayenne, we'll go with. This is a tablespoon and a half tablespoon. Paprika, we'll go with a tablespoon and a half. pepper, ground black pepper. This is to taste, and salt is to taste. Now we'll put in our heavy cream, so we can mix everything together. We'll put in our coconut milk, half, which is, this is a pint, so this is 16 ounces. We'll use half, which will be 8 ounces. And we'll just mix everything together. We'll mix our cheese in last. Okay, now that we've got all of our herbs and spices into the gratin and we have our heavy cream in, we're going to adjust the liquid in the gratin according to how it holds up in the hotel pan once we put it in there. So I got a quart over here of heavy cream. We already put in 1 quart and a pint of coconut milk. Well, actually 1 cup of coconut milk. Now we're going to finish the mixing of the ingredients. Got some pink peppercorns here. We'll put them in a towel. So what you want to do is fold the towel over the peppercorns, and we're going to crush them. It's going to be cracked pink peppercorns. These pink peppercorns have a sweet and spicy taste. It's not an overpowering taste, it's not an overbearing, but it adds a lot of kick without it being too spicy or too peppery to the gratin. So you take a stock pot or a heavy instrument like a French rolling pin, and just you want to put the cloth with the peppercorns on the prep table itself, not on the cutting board, so it's going to give you a harder surface. So you just want to smash down. You can also use a spice grinder, a small spice grinder. You can also use a pestle mortar if you want to get a more fine dust. I like the cracked peppers because they have a, it gives you a more pungent taste. It's more robust. So just put that directly into your gratin mix. And then we'll put in the cheese. So we have Roquefort. It's a very creamy, strong cheese. We're only going to use a little Roquefort. Maybe like half a cup. We'll use a cup and a half of blue cheese. Very good blue cheese. We'll save the Parmesan and a little of the blue cheese to go on top, just for looks. We'll add in the the mozzarella. It's going to give the gratin more body. And then we'll add in some American. I just added in like 1.5 cup of mozzarella, and I'm going to add in like 2 cups of American cheddar. And we're just going to mix that together. Okay, what I want to do now is I want to wash my hands. Since I use my bare hands to toss the product, I want to wash my hands and get my hands clean. And when you're in the kitchen, you should always practice wearing gloves. For the sake of the video, I did it with my bare hands so you can see, but you should wear gloves. Okay, what we're going to do now is put the gratin into a 4-inch hotel pan. It's not going to fill the whole hotel pan. That's not the objective. The objective is to prepare the product so it's layered and it doesn't exceed the rim, the inner rim of the hotel pan. So when you cut down on it, you'll have nice, smooth, round cuts. It's going to come about halfway up into the hotel pan. So we'll just get all the product in. And you want to get all of it out because it took a long time to do this. And you put your time and effort into it, so you want to get all of the product out. Okay. Now we're going to smooth it out with our high temperature spatula. That's why you need your high temperature spatula. I mentioned that earlier in the first part of the video. So you want to smooth this out. See all the herbs in there? It's going to be really really fresh, tasty. With all those fresh herbs. And you just want to smooth it, just like I said about the nape of the 4-inch hotel pan. And look at the body; it doesn't move around that much. It's loose. It's a little loose, but it's not really loose, soupy loose. And that's how you want it. Because what happens is, if it's too loose, it's not going to set properly. So now we'll finish it and get it in the oven. When you press down on it, you want to make sure you got a little liquid in the corners and on the sides. So that way it lets you know that the body is right and it's going to set properly. So what we're going to do now is just come over with our finishing cheeses. This is Parmesan, the American cheddar, a little Roquefort, and a little blue cheese. What we're going to do is put that right on top. Just mix it up a little. Spread it out. Spread that out evenly. And the trick to getting that golden look on your gratins, you want to set your oven to about, we have a convection oven. We want to set our oven to about 350, and we're going to let it go for 45 minutes. Oven open? Okay, very good. Now, what you want to do first is wrap the hotel pan in plastic. Make sure that it's straight across the tops and it doesn't lean in so it won't touch the product. And the plastic, we use the plastic to push the moisture back into the product. And we're going to seal plastic. Okay, so now we want, after we got the plastic wrap on, I'm going to add tip oil. It's going to allow us a controlled environment for the product. And the plastic will melt. So just put it on real careful. Over the plastic. And you want to put it in the, I'm going to adjust my racks. I'm going to put it in the, put it in the middle. Put it in the middle of the oven. We'll put it in the middle of the oven. So ensure for proper and even cooking. Even though this is a convection oven, and that means the air circulates for even cooking, we want to put it in the middle. That way we can get a true even cook out of the product. Okay, this is the finished product. The potato and parsnip gratin. Close up over.
Yeah.
It should have a golden crust. The cheese makes a golden crust, and when you move it, you shouldn't see the whole product move. It should be fairly firm and steady. So what you want to do is let this sit out for about 30 minutes to 45 minutes, and then you want to put it in your walk-in refrigerator. That would allow it to cool and set. So once you serve it, all you do is take a pastry ring, a desired size pastry ring. You stamp out your cut, scoop it with an inverted spatula, and place it on the plate. And it's your root vegetable gratin. Thank you.